On July the 17th, the European Parliament adopted a resolution on the need for continued EU support for Ukraine. The proposal was supported by 495 MPs. This indicates that the majority of political groups in the European Parliament are in favor of support for Ukraine. However, as Le Monde writes, the resolution was not supported by far-right members of the European Parliament. In particular, the majority of Patriots for Europe, the so-called first pro-Kremlin faction, spoke out against it. It was formed by the French right-wing party National Rally, created by Marine Le Pen, and the Fidesz Hungarian party of Viktor Orban, and the Patriots for Europe faction was headed by Jordan Bardella, the leader of the French National Rally.
Just a couple of weeks ago, Jordan Bardella had said that he considered Russia to be a multi-dimensional threat to both France and to Europe, and now they're allying with Viktor Orban's party to form that third bloc, and Jordan Bardella will be the president of that bloc in the European Parliament. So a shifting of alliances there. But as you said, they are now the third largest bloc. They're ahead of the Liberals of Renew Europe. They're ahead of the ECR of Giorgia Meloni. They are now a force to be reckoned with. But the fact that all of the far-right groups have not completely aligned means that they are a little bit still splintered.
Viktor Orban hopes that Patriots for Europe will become the most powerful political force on the far-right flank of the European Parliament. The sky is our limit, the Hungarian Prime Minister said without undue modesty, and he called on all the ultra-right of the European Union to join the new faction Patriots for Europe. This is the first faction in the European Parliament that shares pro-Kremlin narratives, experts say. First of all, these are not patriots at all. I consider them pro-Russian, especially the initiators, Orban for example, and Le Pen's party almost openly puts forward the Kremlin's propaganda narratives. There is a saying, if it looks like a dog, swims like a dog and quacks like a dog, then it is most likely a dog. Rasa Juknavichena, member of the European Parliament from Lithuania, in comments to European media. Another far-right group was formed in the European Parliament, Europe of Sovereign Nations. As political rights, it promises to be more radical than the Patriots. It unites 24 members of the European Parliament and is headed by the Alternative for Germany AfD party and the Polish Confederation Party. In particular, the AfD leader in the European Parliament and the chairman of the ENS spoke out against arms supplies to Ukraine and European sanctions for the Russian Federation.
In May, MEP from ESN, Petr Bystron, was searched in connection with a case of corruption and money laundering. He was previously accused of receiving 20,000 euros from Moscow to spread Kremlin propaganda. From a message from the We Can Explain Telegram channel.
As experts note, far-right parties have not yet been able to undermine the centrist majority in the European Parliament. Thus, the new composition of the European Parliament in its resolution on July the 18th confirms its continued support for the independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine, and also the need to maintain and accept new sanctions against Russia and Belarus. MEPs also criticized the recent visit of Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban to Russia. This is a flagrant violation of the treaties and the common foreign policy of the EU, the statement says. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Христина Домбровська, UATV News.